Hey everyone, it's Barb. How are you doing today? I've had quite a busy, interesting, painful, a whole bunch, a mixed week. I started back at the gym on Saturday. I keep track of in a book of the weights that I lift, but because we weren't there for 4.5 months, I'm clearly not able to lift the amount I used to be able to because of not being able to keep up with it all. So I cut back. My sons had started back a few days before. So when it just opened, the first day they were there, right when the doors opened, and they had said cut back my reps and cut back my weight to half. Half felt like nothing. So it was a little too easy for me. So I increased the weight, maybe another 10-20 pounds, not quite to where I was, of course. But when I did that, you don't feel it right away. The next day I woke up and oh my gosh, I did biceps that day. Oh my goodness, were my arms sore. But they probably were also sore because after doing bicep work, I came home and my husband and I stained fence for the day, and in like 40-degree weather. That was fun. It wasn't too bad. There was a nice breeze. It wasn't too bad. I got a little bit of a sunburn, but that was okay. And then I went back on Sunday and I just did ab work on Sunday. But then on Monday, yesterday, I was so sore. So sore. So yesterday I just took the day to relax and do really nothing. I didn't even crochet or knit because I found just the movement was just really aching. Yesterday was a pain, today's an ache. So anyway, you don't want to hear about that stuff. So that's what I wanted to let you know is what I've been doing, because I usually don't go 3 days in a row without posting a new video. So I have a few things to catch up with. The weekends I pretty much do family things, so it's stuff with family or doing some meal prep with my guys, or doing renovations around the home or things outside, or venturing to do some shopping that we need to do. So I don't really have time to do too much of yarn stuff, so most of that stuff is done during the week. So by Friday then I have lots of things to show, but if I do something on Friday and then I don't do another video till Tuesday, I don't have a whole lot to show, but I have some stuff to show today. So first of all, that sweater, I have it in another video as well. I wore it the last time on my weekly yarn basket. All the information is on there, but I could also tell you it is MJ's Off the Hook Designs, made with Feels Like Butter. All the three colors are all Feels Like Butter, and it's called the So Soft Stripes Raglan, and you can find that on Ravelry. It's a paid for pattern. I tested that pattern. This is a size extra large. So if that interests you, go check her out. Highly recommend. Very lovely, easy pattern to read. I would say it's for intermediate pattern, but very easy. I wanted to show you that at first. I got in the mail my Hirschner's magazine. I'm Canadian, so I usually don't get these, but because I ordered from Hirschner's, they sent me the Christmas edition. So there's quite a few interesting things in here that I really might have to purchase. So we'll have to see. The thing is, it has to be worthwhile to send to Canada, because it costs me an extra $18 plus taxes for delivery. So I have to keep that in mind and kind of add that in. It's great for things that I can't get in Canada, like the different yarns and things, but some of it I can, and it works out to be cheaper just to buy it here. So, or purchase from an online store that's here. But things that aren't available to purchase in Canada, great. And nice always to have something to flip through to see what's out there available now. So I was glad I got this. I wasn't even expecting that. So that was fun. I have been spending most of my days Oh, this is jammed in here, sorry. Most of my days just crocheting up the crocheted squares for the Afghan that I've showed you before. So I have one more to do. So by the end of tonight, I should be done all the squares for this. So then I'll be moving on to blocking. Probably by the end of the week, and then attaching and then doing my border. So I'm not in a rush to do that. I'll probably put this project aside before I even do any of that, and it's not due till Christmas. So I'll probably work on my next Christmas project first, and I have an order for a Christmas stocking, so I'll probably do all that first before I even start doing the finishing touches to that. So I like to take a break from doing the same old. So, and also then I have something different to show you here, right? So I want to thank Kathy Kissuck. No, I think it's pronounced Kathy Kiss. Oh my goodness, I am terrible today. Kathy Kissick. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I finally got your name right. I'm so sorry I botched it, Kathy. Truly am. I'm just fumbling for words some days. It's my fibromyalgia, and I have my days, I tell you. But especially, I should have practiced your name first. But anyway, I asked in my one video, and then she had shown me in my Facebook group about a sweater. I had asked about a knitted sweater that was easy, worked from the top down, that there was a video to go with it, and a raglan type sweater like this. So she found 3 different videos. I watched all 3 right through and decided which one I wanted to work with, and I decided on the chunkier weight one because then I'll get a finished project a lot quicker, and then I'll know if I enjoyed the process. If I enjoyed the process, I will go on to do the smaller weight yarn ones. So I chose that, and then I decided to do a gauge swatch. So I did a gauge swatch late last night after I chose a few different yarns, but I chose one specialty yarn that I bought at a tent sale that was like wool and special yarn. It was very expensive, but I worked up the swatch and it just didn't come out as nice as I was hoping it would look for a sweater. So I think that's going to be more of a shawl for me or something like that. So it's put away, or maybe a different patterned sweater, maybe. So, or maybe as a contrasting color in a sweater. The reason is because it's a roving yarn and it's really thick. It's like a number 5 in places, and it goes down to a number 3. So it turned out very wholly with the size needle that I needed to use. So might try it for a number 4 as a number 4 weight yarn. So it might be chunkier in places and thinner in places, and that might be okay for a number 4 pattern. So I might use that, but I really want it for a knitted pattern. So anyway, the pattern I chose was chunky. So this is the Bernat Chunky I chose. It's a number 5 weight yarn. So I chose this. This is in colorway Fresh Green. And it's nice. It's a nice soft yarn. It's not like the extra soft, like probably about a 6 or 7. So it's not going to be scratchy or anything on me, and it has a nice drape. And the reason I know it has a nice drape is because I did the swatch. That's the reason you do swatches, right? So I did the swatch. So I did it like it was in the round. So that's like when you're knitting, if you're going to be doing a swatch that's in the round, you don't have to knit it in the round. You can just do it flat and then use a long tail and push your stitches all to the other end of your circulars, and then go from there and leave a long tail and kind of put it on the rope, like keep putting it on the back of your work. And then you'll know what I mean if you're a knitter, or just look up how to. I always do this on YouTube. Just type in how to knit in the round gauge swatch flat, something like that. So that's my gauge swatch. The drape is super nice. It's not tight. It's yeah, it's beautiful. I love the way it falls. I love how it's just a little bit holy, so it's not going to be too warm, or with a shirt underneath it's going to be nice and warm. Like you're not going to see through it too badly. Like the reason you could see there is because the lights, I got lots of lights going on in here. So I'm loving the way it looks, feels. There's only one problem. I hit gauge going how many stitches. I got the correct amount of stitches per 4 inches, but I don't have the right amount of rows. So her rows say I should get 20 rows in 4 inches, and I've only got 13. So, but I hit gauge this way. So I was hoping her pattern told how many inches to start decrease, how many inches to, so I'm going to really have to play with the pattern and keep trying it on, because my stitches are longer, so I'm not going to need as many rows as her pattern calls for. So I'm going to really have to play around a lot with the pattern, because I don't know how to adjust it. And being my first knitted pattern, that's not going to be too fun to kind of finick with. But I hope to figure it out. I love a good challenge. So we'll see how that works out. I need luck, so wish me luck, everybody, because it's not the easiest. See, you might say, oh, Barb, why don't you go and get a smaller sized hook then, right? So you get more rows. But the problem is, if I got a smaller size hook, I'd end up with more stitches widthwise, so it would be bigger on me around than I need, and also then the drape wouldn't be as lovely. It would be tighter and a stiffer material. So the only other option would be another option, and this might be, is to do a swatch and do continental knitting. So I might do that and do the swatch and compare the two to see what the difference is between my continental knitting. And if I do that, I might have to drop down a size of hook or needle. I might have to drop down to a 7mm. This was with an 8mm. I might have to drop down to a 7 to get the correct amount of stitches widthwise as well. I'm not sure. And I don't have a 7mm set of circulars, so another purchase I'll have to make, because I just finished purchasing the 8mm on Friday. Oh well, I'll try to figure something out, but just wanted to show what that worked up like. The swatch, I guess it goes like this. I'm showing it to you upside down. Oop, there we go. Look how pretty that is. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful sweater. I love the color. So that's what I've been really, really on my mind for the last 2 weeks, because I'm so excited to have a knitted sweater in my arsenal. And I already have a couple crocheted ones, so I want to do a knitted one. So the other thing I was working on last week, I showed you where I was with the Stitch Along with Mikey and Jeannie from the Crochet Crowd. It's called the Better Together Afghan. We're on week number 3. I just started the second or third round in the week number 3. So I'm completely done week number 2. I showed you when I was halfway through week number 2 with the Catherine's wheels, but I'm done that section and I'm on to week number 3. So here I had three circles all in when I showed you last week. So there's where I am this week. Yeah, there's where I finished. And then I must be on the second round. Yeah, I'm on the second round. Oh no, I'm on the third round, because there's 2 single crochet rows. So yeah, I'm on round 3. So it's working out pretty. Like, I was concerned about it at first, because I didn't use the yarn suggestions that they were using, because I'm lazy and I didn't want to have a whole bunch of yarn ends to weave in. I just wanted the experience. I didn't necessarily want the finished product, but I'll just have this for cozy in while I'm crocheting on my chair. So I did that. And then my last little project to show you how it's coming along. I really honestly only picked this up on Friday last week. I haven't worked on it since. I feel so bad. The reason is because my husband was off Saturday, Sunday, Monday this week. So we did groceries, we did staining, we did meal prep, we did, what else did we do? Oh, we did so much that I just didn't have time, and we were watching movies and shows and stuff. So I have to really focus on the knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2, and where to put my yarn. So once I get to the one where it's knitted constantly, stockinette stitch all through for 30 inches, I could do that forever. But for the first 4 inches, it's knit 2, purl 2. So you really have to pay attention, because I've already made one big mistake and I don't want to make any more. So I know I'm whining now. So here is where I am. I mean, I did quite a few rows since you've seen it. I'll just show you. Hopefully you can see. Yep, there's where I am. So you can see how it's knit 2, purl 2, how it looks like. It's called the sock head cowl, because it looks like the I guess it's called a cuff on socks. It looks like the cuff of the sock. See, you could really see it in these right at the front here. See how it has the knit 2 bumps and the purl 2. When I spread it, you see the purl 2 in the middle, and then you see the knit 2. Yeah, so that's what you're really having to focus, because you're having to put the yarn in front and then behind, and then in front and then behind, over and over. So it's quite a process. So this is a free pattern. I found it on Ravelry. So there's a sock head cowl and a sock head hat to match. It's using sock weight yarn. I'm using Snuggly Stripes wool by Loops and Thread in the colorway of Goldenrod. I knew I would find the pattern that I wanted to use this for. Like, I bought this yarn just for the colors, and now that I'm looking at it, you know what? This is going to go super, super nice when I'm wearing my new sweater. That's going to go so nice. Now I'm really excited. I guess that's why I picked that color. In my back of my mind, I must have knew that. That makes me more excited. So now that I'll get on that. So I have, while this video loads, I can sit here. I'm alone. I can sit here and knit that up a few rows. So I'll have to get on to that. So that's everything I've been working on. This week so far, nothing too interesting. Maybe the next time I show you, I'll have the Christmas stocking, maybe partway, or maybe even all finished to show you. The order is for a friend, and she's not in a huge rush for it, of course, because Christmas is just a little less than 5 months away. So she's got time, I've got time. But when I get an order, I like to finish it. Not like whip it up quick, but I like to just putter at it and get it done as soon as I have the chance. So that's what I like to do. So I plan on a couple of different videos that are a little different. One of the next videos I want to show this week is one where I have some whips that are kind of in hiding for a while, and they're in bags, and they're kind of put in a timeout for a little bit too long, and I want to pull them out, show them to you, and then decide if I'm going to frog them or if I'm going to keep them on the hooks or needles if they're knitted, and what I'm going to do with them. Maybe I just got tired of it. Maybe I didn't like the way it was going. So get your input on some of those and share maybe you'll like some of them and you'll want to know the information on where I got the patterns, so I can share that information with you also. And tomorrow will be my part 4 and final part to show and tell of all my projects I've ever made, which is not a lifetime worth. It's all the projects I've ever made that aren't dishcloths, because I mostly made dishcloths up until 6 years ago, and then I started doing a lot more knitting and crocheting. So it's 6 years worth of projects, these 4 videos, so everything you see. And I don't show every single thing I've ever made. So like I did messy hats, messy bun hats. I did those, like I did over 100 of those. I'm not showing you every one. Like I just skipped through. Here's my messy bun. That if I did a pattern, I did I think 4 different patterns of them. I will show each one of those, but not every color. Just like dishcloths, I won't show you those, and I won't show you all the scrubbies, just different patterns of different ones. So, but there's some I did multiple of, like teddy bears and things, but I'll just show you just 1 or 2 of each. So that's about it. So I hope everybody's wonderful, enjoying your summer so far. I think we're almost halfway through summer. Sometimes summer goes into September, so you never know. But until next time, everybody, stay well, stay safe, and keep on being naughty. Bye.